about 89 degrees or about 79 degrees, and it's just right for both the animals as well as myself.
Well, John, it looks like you're about to feed the cow-nosed stingrays.
Yeah, exactly. These are, they're very hungry, they're very frisky, as you can see.
Cow-nosed rays usually feed on clams, oysters, and other shellfish. And these guys are big eaters, too. Some of them weigh up to 36 pounds. Now, John, what's it like to be in the water with the rays as you feed them?
Well, these rays are very playful. They're like the little docile puppy dogs.
Cow-nosed rays have two long white fins on either side of their face that produce suction to their mouth, and that's how they gobble up all that food. Another amazing animal in the Caribbean reef is the Atlantic tarpon. John, can you point out the tarpon for us?
Sure can. In fact, there's a baby tarpon right in front of me here. Well, the larger one is
see that thing right there?
Right back there. It's the largest and tiniest fish here in Aquarium.
Now, tarpons can grow to monstrous sizes, some reaching 350 pounds and nearly 7 feet long. These guys are carnivorous, and because of their size, they're not free to make meals out of the other animals in the sea.
It would be a good idea is to tell our guests about our green sea turtle.
That's right. By now you know it's Nickel, the green sea turtle in the Caribbean reef. She has one of the most dramatic stories of any animal here at Aquarium. Once upon a time, Nickel was swimming along Florida's Gulf Coast. Suddenly, and without warning, she was struck by the propeller of a motorboat. The injury was severe, and that's why her back end always floats up. Luckily, she was discovered and nursed back to health. However, she would never be able to return to the boat again. But she did find a home here at Aquarium. We tell Nickel's story to remind people that when we're in the waters of the world, we are guests in the homes of these amazing animals.
It'll be interesting to tell everybody how our green sea turtle got its name.
Well, when Nickel first came here, she was given a full checkup by our veterinary staff. During an x-ray, they noticed an object lodged in his throat. Using a small retrieval tool, they removed the object, and John, can you tell us what they found?
Well, the 1975 nickel was lodged in his throat against its name.
Now, Nickel's story is amazing, but it's not the only one. As you guys continue your visit here, we'll actively try to learn the stories of our other animals. Like see if we can find Brandon, the Australian monkfish, all the way at the back of the Rivers Gallery there. He's been here since, get this, 1933. That's right, he's over 80 years old. And we're going to check out the wild reef where you can see live, crab-taking coral, beautiful reef fish, and come face to face with dozens of sharks. All of these animals have a story to tell you too. And your journey just begins here at Aquarium. As you continue your visit, look for a couple animals that really interest you. And when you get home, look up more information about them so you can share their stories with your friends. When I first came to Aquarium, I was a visitor, and I realized this is a place for a story. And now I'm part of it, and so are all of you. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed our dive presentation. Now it's time for diver Q&A. It's your chance to ask our diver John any questions you guys have. Just raise your hand and I'll come over to you. John, what's in that bucket? What are you feeding the animals?
Well, this food bucket, today we're doing what is called a general population feed. We have cut-up smelt, gold silver signs, we have clams, shrimp, and big-size cut-ups of shell for our herbivores as well as our carnivores.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions, just raise your hand. I'll come over to you. John, what's your favorite animal in this habitat?
You know, I've been asked that a lot lately, and really changes from time to time. Right now, I gotta say these categories really, because again, they're very playful. They're very docile animals, as you can see. And around food time, they're very, very hungry. But again, it changes from time to time. I like the parrotfish. That's the multicolored animal that you see swimming around. And it's a very interesting animal because what happens with that is that it eats the algae off the coral, and it'll bite off little chunks of coral, grind that to fine sand, which passes through their body, and those parrotfish are responsible for a lot of the white sand that you see on the beaches in Florida or the Caribbean. But again, these are some of my favorite animals.
So, John, can I ask you, how are you breathing and talking right now?
I'm breathing and talking, but I'm wearing it's a full-scale mask, as you can see. It's called a hookah, and right here by my mouth is our microphone. I'm tethered to lines that run up to our tanks to supply me with air, as well as give me the audio feed.
All right, John, great question out here. Someone's wondering, how many times a day do divers come in here and feed these animals?
We have 4 scheduled feeding presentations a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and even when we're closed, we will have divers in here from Christmas Day, and we'll have divers in here to feed the animals. Every once in a while, we'll have after-hour function, and we'll have another feeding presentation at that time. But for the most part, we'll have at least 4 scheduled feeding presentations a day.
All right, so we have a guest out here who likes our turtle, Nicole. She's wondering, how old is she and how much does she weigh?
Well, we got her Antonio 3. We think that she's between 14 to 17 years old. And at the last weigh-in that we had, she was around 180 pounds or so. But again, those big sea turtles can go up much bigger in weight, maybe around 350 pounds or so.
Remember, guys, any questions, just let me know, raise your hand. So, John, there's a fish stuck to the window right here. What is that fish doing? Stuck to the window over here.
Oh, that's a fish in the window?
There's this fish that was stuck to the window a moment ago.
Oh, yeah, over here. That animal is called a remora. And what happens, especially in the wilds, that animal will attach itself to a predator like a shark or a tarpon, and it'll go around for a free ride, as well as it will eat the residual food that these animals eat. It's kind of a freeloader in many ways. But we got that remora, and now it's, as you can see, it's kind of got a suction cup on the top of its body. But we got this remora here that somehow we friend that our big sea turtle. So a lot of times you'll see that remora either at